with us. Thank you. Ambrose, can you share with us a little bit about the work that we witnessed this evening and also how it speaks to the scope of your artistic practice?
Sit yourself. Yeah, it's what I did today is an excerpt of the work. I tend to make it a half length, and this is my first solo work. And yeah, the premiere was yesterday. I guess this is premiere part 2. Yeah, Sit Yourself is a body of work that is inspired by the realities of my people in Port Harcourt specifically. Talking about an ecological disaster caused by oil bunkering. Port Harcourt is one of the major oil-producing cities. We have quite a number of good natural resources, but for obvious reasons, for greed, for political agenda, oil is the major focus, is the only thing that is being invested on in Nigeria, and in turn, it affects every other thing in the country. So because of this, there's a high consumption of oil, and this has resulted to a very high deposition of soot. In the water areas, the sea, the waters is polluted, contaminated, as well as the air. It's so bad that, like, if I wipe up your shirts, my palm is going to turn black. I spent my first 6 years in Port Harcourt, and then we moved to Lagos. I started going back after COVID, and I see that it's the same problem. It's getting crazier because this disease is now spreading outside of Port Harcourt. Slowly it is spreading, and nobody's saying anything about it. People have died. A lot of lives have been lost because of this disease or disaster. Creating Sit Yourself is like my own personal contribution to create an awareness and in turn cause a social change. And this has taken me a step closer to my belief system and concept of reincarnation. I believe death or loss of life is also part of living. Really looking into the concept of soot, I'm having a personal reflection as to what soot means, what it means to me, what it means to my fellow neighbors, what it means to you listening to me, what it means to me, what it means to us as a community or as a nation or as the world at large. We all have something that represents soot. Just even doing this life thing, just to survive every day. Even you as a person, as self, you as a person is a suit. And for me, just reflecting this personally, recently I lost my sister, after giving birth to her first child. She is a sickle cell. Yeah, so she died 3 days after. And this is because in the process of recovering after childbirth, she started having crisis. She couldn't bear the pain. I watched my sister all her life going through pains, and we lost her, and I want to hold somebody responsible. I want to hold the healthcare responsible, but if I hold them, we also have who do want to hold responsible for the poor healthcare infrastructure. And coming to this space where you're told what you should do, what kind of treatment you should take if you are born into this world as a sickle cell, whereas they are all propagandas. Sickle cell people are actually special people if you have the right information, and this is me knowing this after her death. My dad he's still recovering, but he's a lot better. It was a 3-year-long battle trying to survive prostate cancer. And my dad is one of the upright people I know. No alcohol, no smoking, nothing. But yet, he was faced with prostate cancer. Prostate cancer, we don't know what causes it, and there's no cure. The only cure is if you detect it on time, and then you remove the virus, which was my dad's case. But it was a very rough treatment phase because the healthcare is really bad. Just looking at the whole idea of that prostate, and it only happens to the man. And I'm like, oh, is this the cause of the macho man, or because of masculinity? Because why do you have to go through this kind of pain? So just even me as an artist, just traveling around, trying to exchange, meet artists, create. There's so much limitation. To do that, I have to go through the whole process of visa, immigration. You're just trying to control where I need to go to. So I'm seeing this piece as just an avenue for me to, appease the people that have been lost, directly by this issue of suits, or indirectly, paying homage, burning offerings to them, so that every time I dance, I can create living experiences for them. I have to keep them alive, and in that way, for me, is how I can just fight through, is how I can keep going when I dance, when I create. Yes, I'll stop there for now.
Ambrose, thank you. Thank you so much. And may I say an outpouring of love to you. An outpouring of love to you as you share the deepening of the personal stories that were brought to the stage today. It's always so important, I think, that we take time to pause and share love. Yes. And so much love to you, Ambrose, as you extended those shares to us. Thank you. Appreciate you greatly. Appreciate you.